God no. Okay, who want to volunteer today?
I can go first.
You can go first. Okay. Kila's going to be in a different corner with some eyes. Okay, did you share with everybody?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So let somebody read. Or you want to read yourself? Yes, please do. Like stand up, do a sermon, that kind of thing. So.
Well,
Yeah.
it's so amazing.
Yeah. Do a public speech, so.
Well, imagine.
Okay. Let's start it.
And this wasn't supposed to be a certain type of essay. I just wrote it as a regular old essay. That's what they're supposed to do. And it's supposed to be a certain form.
Yeah, I don't remember we said anything except
Nothing.
the title.
Please, Naomi. One time.
Well,
Okay. This is, I don't know. I want to read it.
you don't want to read it? I'm gonna read it for you.
You can read it for me.
You can read
I
mine.
mean, I can read it.
I'm gonna do a
just feel
summary
it's
for you.
kind of-
You can read mine too.
I feel-
Read yours too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I just feel
Don't
weird.
laugh anymore, Tammy.
You just don't sit beside her. You sit here, change the shoes.
So she can see me better?
Yeah. Because,
Alright. Do you want the best advice on counseling? Well, you're in luck because my dad counseled for 20 years. Learn how to help someone work through their problems, help see the other person's point of view, and how to make sure you're listening to the person you're counseling. Wait, I didn't really read that right.
No, it's okay.
The first thing to understand about
everything in that sentence is not finished, huh?
Hmm?
Is that sentence finished? Learn how to. That's it.
Yeah.
Technically,
Excuse me.
you could bring it in a little more formally since it is an essay, but it's kind of as if she's introducing the topic as advice, as obviously it is, because it's this essay's advice for the most part.
Yeah, counseling. Yeah.
Basically, what she's saying is here you can learn how to help, but she just doesn't include those extra words.
Yeah. I think you should see. I like the classification of here to almost like defining what the counseling is, stuff like that. So we're descriptive, we're detailed, but the sentence itself is not. To me, it's not finished. Still, it's almost half there, half on there. So learn something maybe is important, is very useful, something that can be qualified. Maybe I'm wrong, so help me out. So.
Okay, keep going.
Let you finish reading, then we criticize you. Go ahead.
You did that. The first thing to understand about counseling is learning how to help someone work through their problems. The best way to help them is to see the behavior, see why the behavior is a problem. Let me go back. I just skipped a line. I'm sorry. The best way. What did I do? I did.
Just delete a little
Just
bit.
do-
You
go
might just
back
press
over.
enter.
Delete.
Command Z. See, Command Z works. Control Z in your case. It's okay. Don't worry about that part.
I just- Where are you? Here. Okay, thank you. This can be. Whoa! What the heck? What did I do? Okay.
Don't worry about too much about your grammar, or your form, or anything. Just get through the essay best you can. We'll work on that
I
after.
just lost my spot. I didn't know where it was. The best way to help them is to see why the behavior is a problem. This is because people deny it. Most people deny that they have a problem. This can be done 2 different ways, showing the benefits of changing and showing the consequences of not changing. Once you get another... Whoa.
Okay. Another person.
I know, I was just saying if that was something different. Once you get another person to see that they have a problem, you can get started on helping them. When counseling 2 people, it is important to get them...
Which version you're reading? Why it seems I have a different version.
I'm on the 2nd paragraph.
Is somebody have a red dot? Are we on the same page? I think we're on the same thing, right? So, okay.
Yeah, she's on the 3rd paragraph.
Let's see. Now you can get started helping people or started on helping people. You're reading started on helping them. So is there or not? I just want you to be faithful to your text so I will understand what you try to read. So, yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
When counseling 2 people, it is important to get them to hear each other's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
There is a popular saying, seek first to understand and be understood. The reason this is so important is because it shows humility and honors the other person. When we listen to each other, it creates a bond of trust. Lastly, and most importantly, make sure you are listening to the person you are counseling. It is important to be open-minded and present to what they are talking about. The better you are at actively listening, the clearer the questions you will have, and better solutions will present themselves. I hope you understand how important this really is. If counseling. Oh, sorry. So if you are counseling, remember to listen and be open-minded, then you will be able to help them. Immediately you should Ultimately, you should listen to the Holy Spirit, the best counselor.
Is that ended later on? I don't remember. I read that last sentence, but it's a good one. So there are things definitely can be improved in terms of spacing, but your grammar is pretty good. Your points were clear. The only thing major one is this is your first essay when on the pick on you, so just ignore it this time, but not next time, because my topic is a counsel, not a counseling. In English, counsel and counseling is a huge difference, right? So counsel is something more in general terms, and counseling is more professional engagement. Try to engage with discussing something. Have you heard?
Yeah, I might have gotten a little confused in my.
Yeah, I think
We talked about those.
everybody a little bit confused with that. So now I'm not assigned the topic to tell how to do counseling. Evidently, to do counseling is too much for you guys, right? So no, because I was showing the topic more general topics in life, how to receive the spirit counsel, how to do counsel, receive counsel in your life, offer counsel to people. Offer counsel to people definitely that involves how to counsel them. Today's counseling more social, professional engagement, whatever. So helping people basically, but that's not where we came from. The topic. So, Kayla, make it sense to you?
Yeah.
You did a good job with this article. I really like it. If you were writing the counseling job, you did it good. It's perfect. So I like the point you're making there. I like the flow of conversation. I think you did an outstanding job. So, do you hear me? You did a good job.
Yeah,
So,
I think
yeah.
I
So
did.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So any comments on this thing? So beside the topic itself,
I think
the writing essay.
I think she did very good for her first essay.
Yeah, definitely a very good job. So yeah, writing essay can be difficult. It's not like composing information like other. This one more describe matter, so to presenting in a we're orderly and good way. So you did a good job. So yeah. Comments more? Naomi? Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. No, I don't have any more comments.
Oh. What are the points here rest? What do you think about them? About counseling itself?
I think they're pretty good points about counseling.
The first one is
How to help someone through their problems.
first one is let people recognize there is a problem, right? That's the starting point. The second one is basically to be present, that is be engaging in a sense, making sense to you. So yeah, to listen to others, but more about two people, to talk through things. So the third one is more when you engage counseling, what do you do with it? So listen to people basically. So good job. Okay. Next person comments.
I don't really have much. I like how it's nice and I guess you can kind of say like to the point. And it but yeah, I like it.
What do you think can be improved here?
I don't really see anything particular that we really need to be
Improved.
Yeah.
Elijah?
Yeah, for the topic it is talking about, it's very good for that. One thing I was confused about is like when you're saying, so if you are counseling, remember to listen. Are you saying, so if you are the person counseling someone, the person counseling should be listening, or the person being counseled should be listening?
Person counseling.
The last paragraph? The last and the most important then paragraph?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, just the person, I just didn't really know what person you're talking about, but, yeah, it's pretty good for a first essay and stuff, so, yeah.
Okay, like how you learn those things? You discuss with your parents a little bit?
Huh?
The topic, or by yourself?
I did need some help from my dad. But
Sure. He give us some instruction for you or some key points
I've
for
written,
you?
I've
Yeah.
written essays before, but
You did? Okay. Yeah. Good job. I want you guys to engage with your parents. Be writing essays as nature in the future. Continue to engage with your parents because, counsel topic is a very important topic, and right, it's good to more than for writing's sake, but you see some wisdom inside from your parents, right? So it's good thing to open a topic, talk about certain things. So yeah. So we're all teamwork together, making sense to you. So yeah, it's not about writing something good or beating a score. It's about learning certain topic, is making it useful for us. So okay, Noah.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I read this, I was like, this may be your first essay with us, but you've definitely written an essay.
Good job. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah, like in terms of form, of course, you could have worded it a little different to make it more formal, but you have a really nice thesis statement because you point out the things you will be covering and you cover them in that order and you expound on them really well in each paragraph. And there's a little thing you did in the beginning here, which is also very standard for good essays, which is you kind of get they call it an attention grabbing statement of some sort, but it often is a question. So you begin with, do you want the best advice on counseling? And then you also kind of follow up with that by kind of maintaining that attention grabbing statement and also involving what in essay writing is called ethos. So you're beginning to kind of give credibility to yourself as the person that's expressing this point. So he said, well, you're in luck because my dad counseled for 20 years. So people that are now reading this know that you have some genuine experience with this topic because you have a father who, not only may have taught you these things, but also in your case did help you with the essay. So it kind of grabs the attention more and kind of sets up the mode for what people will think and accept about your points here.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not too much more to say, but yeah, I think you did a good job. And then of course next time, of course I think I wasn't even a part of the conversation when the decision was made.
You were not there.
Counseling and counsel, but
that's right.
You just have to pay attention to that next time.
Yeah.
So
we didn't expound too much. Basically, I did give a word, one title, counsel. So the spend the morning try to discuss how to receive counsel, or offer counsel, stuff like that. So it is not about the counseling obviously that morning. So I'm stuck.
the hard thing about that too is that I wouldn't distinguish counsel as being something else than counseling. I would say counseling is actually a part of counsel.
Yes.
But
yes.
counsel is something greater. It can be treated as a more general concept than.
Yeah. Well, at this point, expound. Maybe later on you can do it as well. So about essay writing, offer some insight about essay writing. Maybe we can do it all together. After that, you can do some presentation on that. Now at this point, Naomi, tell me the three word counsel, counseling. What the difference are in your mind?
From the 3 words you said?
Counsel.
I actually don't know that. Counsel, what? Like with the I instead of the E?
Council.
I don't know that one.
Have you heard of
What's
that
that
one?
What about Council of Queens?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that like a group?
It's group,
A group,
exactly.
okay, so-
Yeah.
Okay, so
every
that's
school
a
have a
group.
council, board council.
Why did that come?
Yeah. Board council.
And then counseling is like counseling someone.
Yes. What
So
about the
actually
council?
going like people go for like I even looked up the word counseling. And
Yeah,
came up with,
like
Caleb was
Justin
saying.
would do it, right? So
Yeah.
to help people
yeah.
in life struggles, whatever, to counsel people.
Wait, wasn't the scene in Lord of the Rings called the Council of the Ring or something?
Counsel the ring.
That's actually a good
exactly.
example because you have a really intimate experience with the scene and what's actually happening
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
council.
yeah. True.
Yeah,
true.
that was
People
really-
offering advice as to what to do about the mission. So
Yeah,
that's what the
exactly,
council is.
exactly.
So that's counsel.
But that's not the counseling, all right?
yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
as counseling. Yeah.
So what's the difference? The main difference?
Just a different form of counsel, because all counsel has to do with the sharing and input of advice from one or more persons to a situation or to another person. So the difference between the counsel and counseling, if we were to look at counseling as an institution and then the council is, say, the Council of the Ring, one had to do with what was to be done about a particular situation that involved many people, while another one had to do with the situation, and counseling has to do with one's life or an individual's life. So
Yeah.
the counselor is speaking into the life of one who is being counseled
Yeah.
and helping them to navigate through their decisions and their own troubles. So it all has to do with input that's put by another person into the life or life of another situation.
Yeah. What about counsel? Milad, any idea of counsel and counseling, the differences?
Like which council? Like the people or council?
Counseling, COUNS.
So council is like, so council is a group of people. Counseling is like almost like a like a
One-on-one advice from someone.
counsel is advice, and then counseling is like helping someone. Because counseling and counsel have, because counsel has a part in counseling.
Definitely, they
Yeah.
all have part in each
So-
other. Yeah, or like, yeah.
Um,
But there are differences, right, in the two. So
But yeah, you would like.
In modern language, at least in today's language.
But yeah, people would say like they seek counsel from someone. Like if they're somewhere and they need to know what to do, they would say,
Yeah.
I need to seek counsel from the
Yeah,
person. So.
yeah. Counseling today is more a professional thing.
Yeah.
So you need a counselor.
It's almost like a
do the counseling.
like a
yeah.
therapy. Like
Yeah, like
therapist.
certified even. You cannot do official counseling
Yeah.
until you're almost equipped, qualified.
Yeah, that's
to
what I was
do it.
saying. When I looked up counseling,
Yeah.
like the word, a bunch of like places in Port Angeles came up for where you
Yeah,
can go get
yeah,
counseling.
exactly. So yeah, it's like a professional thing. Anyway, I don't want to drag too much. Just wanted to bring some distinctions when you writing like essay. You begin to narrow down the topics. You want to clarify what you try to write.
And that's probably, I think that's where I
Yeah.
had trouble because maybe I didn't know exactly.
Yeah.
what to-
So you learn to do that, right? So next time you will say, okay, I better define and narrow the scope down when you try to writing. All your readers, even yourself, confuse your reader, you're more confused, right? So making sense to you, you know. So yeah, it's like we need to know what we're talking about, you know. So yeah. Next person. Next person, volunteer. Yeah.
Essay on counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Is it important to you to give counsel to others or even seek counsel for yourself? To give counsel means to offer advice and guidance to those searching for it and helping them through hardships and when they need some understanding about their life. Most people will go to therapists to grab understanding about, oh, that's weird, the things that are troubling them. But you do not just need a therapist for counseling. You can go to family members, trusted elders, or friends. And most importantly, you should always go to God when seeking counsel and direction for your life. This also doesn't just apply if you're having a hard time. It also applies if you just need some help figuring out what is going on in your life. How do you spell counsel real quick? Oh, right here. Yeah. Counsel is something very important to have in your life. Why? Because it helps you grow and mature as you have others that are trustworthy and wiser than you to offer you wisdom and give and to advise you to take the steps in your life that are important in growing and maturing. Also to develop your life to stay on the path that the Lord has laid out for you.
Okay, we're gonna narrow down sentence again because to the layout you. We're going to do a case study how to express things clearly, okay? So Emily, we're verbals. We're wordy with what I try to say can be definitely shortened and more succinctly presented. So go ahead.
It is also important for you to be able to counsel others, such as your siblings or even friends that may need your help. Because this can make you a blessing to others if they're going through hardships. Difficult as it is important for us to help them to make the correct decisions. It is also best to have the perspective of many instead of just one when seeking counsel.
I like that one. That's a very good observation. Who told you that one?
My dad.
Yeah, that, okay, yeah. Again, the Bible said it in a multitude counsel, stuff like that. You know, so, go ahead.
Because there is wisdom in the counsel of many. It can help you to gain more understanding of the situation and to make better decisions.
You know what? The wisest man and successful man, oftentimes they are not a man of their own. You know, all responsible man, right? They handle many matters, they engage a lot of people, they actually organize their life to provide occasions so that I can have the best opinion, best insight of people, right? So it's a responsibility sometimes confirm that they have to do that. Then, you know, wisdom of life will give them opportunity to do that. So like this nation has set up a certain council. We'll see it's, like the England called the close comment this morning. We're talking about the Congress, senators. What do you think? For what reason they were elected into their office? For the national policy or management? because they seems capable to offer counsel, am I right? To make the right decisions. So those are institutionalized. The government have different councils, a president, number one, but they all sitting through meetings will make a decision on it. Now, I want you to pay attention to when I say things. Kila, when I say things, listen to it, okay? I don't like to be distracted, okay? Yeah. It's a very bad habit to attend classes, especially in small circles. It's very distracted. So when people talking, especially a teacher talking to you, learn to listen. Something you have to learn, discipline yourself. It's not people hard on you or anything. It's something very good for you. And one of the things you come here to learn basic discipline, how to carry yourself in group settings, or people as a teacher or someone as an elder. In this case, I don't want to try to do the elder. This is a teacher for you, am I right? So very important. If you're going to lead your children or your sibling to be a leader, you want the people to listen to you, am I right? So that you don't have to repeat yourself. You don't adhere to the problems. You see once, twice, no more third time. Why no more third time? Because that's more than a method thing. It's attitude things. It's disrespectful that continue carried in your life. It's a way of disrespect. If you don't carry yourself in a respectful way, attentive way, then you don't ask us to respect you because they can't respect you. Your word doesn't carry weight. It doesn't demand attention. And I'm not to try to speak down. It's just nobody don't get frustrated with somebody who said, "Can you clean up the dishes? Can you help me with this?" 5 times still not doing it. What do you have here? It's more than a hearing problem or an attitude problem. You will quickly translate that said somebody have bad attitudes when I talk to them, am I? You have an issue with me. When hold up your hand, pray. So hold up your hand to pray. So for your attention. So yes. You deal with this when a young age. You deal with straightforwardly, clearly. Then you don't need to carry the rest of your life. Your life, when a young age, you can be used and disciplined to do better things rather than struggle with the basics. It making sense to you? So I will tell you something very interesting. Look at that. What are you doing with your eyes?
My eyes are really itchy, sorry.
No. That's excuse. Those are the things I'm telling you to deal with it. When no one come to me, your age, I'm younger, I have to deal with those things. Now, why is it same thing you may think is very personal? No, it's the way your mind works. Look at me. Yeah. It's very easy to deal with it. You deal with it in a short period of time, the rest of your life will handle and flow differently. You will have different relationship, different decision, different environment, different people associated with you. If you continue careless, mindless, or not pay attention to things, the people around you will not pay attention to it. Then you always have problems. People misunderstand you or misunderstand people. Now, why we need with those things are very hard lesson for us as parents, as elders, to learn in our life. Right now what we do is that uses this option like this to say, these are very important. To your mind, you will think, oh, just pick on me, not important. I'll try to tell you, it's very important. It actually has such importance, you have no idea how important it is. Write a good essay, have a good score, to things seems important, but that's only in our mind, right? So the way we carry ourselves, the way we express ourselves is very important. Learn to pay attention to people. When the teacher is dispensing a conversation or try to pay attention to something, listen to it, look at him. Show respect, show attention. You look at it, you may think that's not important, then you get distracted, you don't need to do that. You don't know how much harm done to you. First, you are never able to be a good student. You just waste your teacher time and you waste your own time. And that time is wasted. The second is disrespectful to the teacher. Teacher always, if I teach her half a year down the road, I see students continue not able to engage with me, attentive to me. Either the students lack self-discipline, am I right? So I just leave it alone. I can't really add on to him or her in this case because it's refused to be taught. So then I'm going to engage on a person with a lower standard. Those are life lessons, okay? So a lower standard, and then finally I give up because they're not interested in learning. Why should I pay attention to him then, or her? Because it's not paying attention to what I try to teach. And that's important for the students, one subject, one relationships. If you allow this to say multiply, okay, every relation in your life will demand the same wave flow. Every affair in your life, everything you deal with, and carries the same flow. Am I right? It's like it doesn't discipline on you. These things apply to every situation, every relationship. You can think about the productivity when you change it. If you don't change it, it continue going to disrupt everything you do, every relationship you try to engage. But if you just change it, simple thing to change. Does not take too much to change. It's not like a climb a high mountain, go to the great deep. It's everyday thing. Just discipline yourself gradually, pay attention to it. Especially you just learn what the article you're writing. Recognize a problem. And I will tell you, it's a very serious problem in life. There's many young people life when they come in a mode, default themselves 10 years, 5 years down the road, the mind lack discipline, right? Then it's hard to change them. When somebody said that is problematic, that is not difficult, that's difficult to handle, that is problematic. Unproductive list, if we're not aware, we think people are picking on us. They have a bad attitude towards us. They're not trying to be helpful for us. The truth of the matter is those people pick on those things, try to help you. They see these things as a huge distraction, huge hindrance. They have to address it. Do you understand my point? I teach you only as just simple teacher. You respect me as an elder, but if I'm a manager, you're going to do things that I give instruction. I said, this is what we do, carry on this project, doing these things. You don't take notes. You don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, brother, good to see you. Yeah. So what I'm going to have you, the end of the week or end of the period of time, I'm going to check on you. This is a list I want to do. Have you done it? Have you give me a count? Where are you going? You come to me and said, oh, I didn't listen to you. You never told me to do that. If I'm manager, okay, good, okay, let's catch up, let's make it up. But if this continues, goes on, let's see 3 times down the road, can I make the project work? Can I build a solid team work? So the third thing to pay attention is because you don't want to make others be disrupted by you. Your way to carry yourself is not just yourself. The people around you going to pay attention, going to do certain things. We can have fun, we can have things. But when moments called attention, moments need to pay attention to what? Pay attention to it. Now, if your parents never discipline you to talk to you like this, your parents not doing a good job. This job must be done sooner or later in your life. You want to be a good parent, good leader, good things. You just have to carry yourself in a certain way, am I right? Have fun. The job is done, class is over, kick around, that's whatever, But right now is the time I wanted to use this time to be attentive. I don't want to come back to this 10 times to make it happen, right? So you're just learning the best way to use your time. Can I do an essay I'll conclude with you. Most of the trouble in your life is either you're not able to delegate your thoughts, your response to people, or people don't listen to you. Either you cannot get yourself out to work with people, or people you work with don't listen to you, am I right? Don't necessarily understand, willing to engage with you. Why? Why? Let me ask you why. Noah, give me some thoughts on this. This is a topic I want to actually talk about. Go ahead. Why people don't listen to you?
Well, you just mentioned earlier that it depends on how we listen and react with others. That will determine how
Exactly. You
act.
have this expectation on people. You carry yourself in a not solid way. When things need to be serious or attentive, you don't treat it as so. You just casually treat it. When things need to be casual, you get all upset. Or just not suiting to the flow in a sense of the environment, and we frustrate ourselves with it. Rather, when you change the mode, okay, this is a serious moment. Let's pay attention to it. Let's deal with it. Then let the rest of the time, let's have fun. Let's talk about something else. Let's do other things, right? So your life so easily reverse the course. But most of the people in life, especially when we're young, we don't necessarily understand the power of attention, power demanding attention. Yourself don't want to shoot things from the hip all the time. When you want to really resolve the problem, reserve a situation, reserve a moment, whether in a group setting or in a private setting, or yourself, maybe you need to resolve something. Make it uniquely suitable on the occasion to solve the problem. At least dedicate the conversation that then occasion said, let's talk about things seriously. And talk about the serious matters. And so those things not spill over or go into other spheres of life, interfere with you. Making sense to you? So you have the channels, you have settings to solve problems. Young ladies, young people, young men, this is such a powerful wisdom in life. You have to learn a lot to do the things. I don't want to talk down to you, but when you do it, what have you, 80% of your problem will disappear on you. You know how to carry yourself in an orderly, confident way. You have a settled way of dealing with things. You get very easily, not less get agitated, frustrated, through the towels. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to deal with this. So you don't depend on your emotion and the senses of the moment to let those lead your life. You have a settled way, have a stable way to continue to engage problems, solve problems. The more you're good at it, your problem disappeared on you. The problem disappeared. Why are you listening? You gotta listen to me. I'm not teaching you a scientist's knowledge. I'm not playing a sound to you to entertain you. Why? Because those kind of simple things, you can see how productive that is. Like a light bulb take off, right? Naomi, I'm making sense to you? You work with people. Someone said, I don't like to work with people. I'm never good at with people. Do you see certain people see that? Why not you good at with people? Because you never really look at how you carry yourself. You continue on the receiving end of a problematic relationship, problematic communications. Be a tail. You're the tail of life, tail of a promised life. You always leave it under, being dragged by a problem, dragged by a situation, dragged by things you continue to frustrate you. On the other end, is you ahead. You don't have to be ahead to control people, to dictate to people. This is why you're ahead, because you give the way how problem can be solved. You can foresee, you can set up, you can engage with the people for the solution side. Even you have a problem, not of maybe know the solution. You know how to share responsibility. You know how to find, I'm the responsible, Or you can cover as a responsibility, cover the shortcomings, right? So it's not continuing the blame game, or invade your responsibility. Now, those are qualities called leadership. Leadership. That's how God does things. Okay, so Esther listened very attentively, says, I see a light bulb going on here. Now that's potential. Those are huge potentials. Now if we're frustrated or struggling in our mind, we just need to learn to work through those inner, it's like a jungle, right? Like a weeds, right? You work through it, you clean up your land so good, then your relationship, your decisions, your engagements are delightful, am I? I can work with people, I can straightforward tell a young lady said, let's pay attention to something. I know it's going to be good for you. I know it's going to be a building block for good relationship between two of us, am I? So I know when you're 30 years old, when you remember this moment, you will thank me tremendously. Right? You're going to be a mom. You'll be a manager. You understand where your order, your solution, right? Your standing came from. And this is very important. So go ahead, Esther, pray for us. Actually, I want to lay, you two ladies, lay hands on this young lady to pray for her.
Father, I thank you for Kayla's life. I thank you for the blessing she is to us. And I pray that she would continue to follow your ways and that you would open up the path for her.
Mm-hmm.
I pray that she would not get distracted and that she would respect and pay attention to those who are teaching her and guiding her in her life. I pray that you would continue to speak to her and bless her. And I pray these things in your name. Amen.
Kayla, let me tell you something. When you do this, meaning of your struggles will totally disappear on you. It's natural. It's like an effortless will disappear on you. You don't have to fight it with the side effects of other things because you got the root of issue. And root issue, so the solution is very simple. When you go to the side things, is side effects of things like down the road, and right, you never know how to even start to modify yourself. Because so scattered, so many, and right, so. But you pay attention to the starting point where situation is produced. It's very simple to change it because things will not happen like that anymore. You're not going to pop on you anymore. Am I making sense to you? Because your mind is paying attention. You pay attention. You're thoughtful. It's not trying to overburden you, so you're not a receiving and continue dealing with the problems. As this picture, oftentimes use it. Do you see people have a certain float in the ocean, whatever, they always float up, right? So imagine you try to push this things, say let's sink on the water, I want to push it on the water, right? Naturally pop up and float on the surface of the sea, right? So now you can handle it 3 or 5, maybe, I can do this, all day long to keep it on the water, and you think you're doing a good job. Now, the solution is evidently is wrong. You can do 5, you can tell the world you do a good job, you're tireless doing it. But, hey, is that a way to do it? If I were me, I would tie a weight with a little rope on the float and go down to the water and let that weight drag the float down, right? I just need to do 1, then do the second. Eventually, everyone can do it. Now imagine you have hundreds of float that keep on the water. That's an impossible task for us now. Nobody can do it. I don't care how diligent you are, how eager you are, how trained you are. So, how busy you are, it's an impossible task. But if I know the trick, to tie the weight onto the float and let itself submerge under the water, I'm not worried about it. I cannot do it today, I only can do 2. But you know what? 10 days on the road, I can do 20. 100 days, I got everything covered. I can take it easy now. I'm not busy. I can take it easy because I know my solution eventually solve all the problems. That's what I'm saying. The power, I give you illustration, the power of thinking, engaging things. I try to tell you this moment because I make a word seem serious, weighty moment. But I guess set a standard for you, a standard for all of you guys, how to engage a class when I'm doing some life wisdom teachings. I don't want you to be not pay attention to me. I have a standard for it. I set a standard for you. You understand? That's my point. You can laugh, you can do other things anytime, but then when I tell you important things, life lesson things, I don't want to have somebody's gloated over, or I don't know, or I don't care. I want you to fully know and care and engage and carry that moments away with the rest of your life. That I heard that in that occasion with that group of people, with that teacher maybe, or with that character in life. Am I? So I remember very well when that wisdom or that counsel was first imparted to me. You understand my point? And that's how you do it. Go ahead and pray for her. You close your eye when you see a vision. Is your eye still itchy? Are you still sleepy?
No, my eye, it's allergy season. So
Okay.
my eyes are just-
Let's pray for it.
Yes, Lord, I bless this sister. Lord, I thank you for her heart, Lord. Lord, I pray for just a blessing on her right now, Lord, on her life in you, Lord. I pray that she would continue to seek you, Lord, in your will in her life.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I pray for, Lord, understanding in her heart and her mind, Lord, as she grows and begins to, Lord, learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I pray that she would, Lord, pay attention to, Lord, your voice and, Lord, to the people that are placed in her life to, Lord, counsel her, Lord, and teach her. Lord, I pray for, Lord, her love, Lord, for you, Lord, to grow, and, Lord, that she would know your deep love for her.
Mm.
Lord, I pray that she would continue to, Lord, respect and honor her father and her mother, Lord, and her siblings.
Mm-hmm.
That she would even be an example to the younger ones.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, and teach them, Lord.
Mm.
Lord, I thank you for her heart, and I pray this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Kila. You're wonderful young ladies. It's beyond our expectation. Doing work good. Okay, just wanted to, however, set some time for the time like this. I wanted to have carry certain flows, so not being practiced. So let's move on. Esther, where we are.
I was just doing the last paragraph.
Okay, I want to go back to that sentence we're talking about. Said it because that is the fourth to the last. So counsel is something very important. That paragraph. I just want to drag this one sentence out to work with you to see how you can express things differently. Okay, so then the helper going to be Noah. Start with Noah. So.
For this, only for this paragraph. You're
Yeah,
saying?
you can read it again and see how we improve it. We spend about 5 minutes on it. So.
Well, just with your first sentence, people actually do this sometimes, even though it's personally, like, to me, it's something I don't like. When people do, like, counsel is something very important to have in your life, why? I actually think that is technically
That's pretty
okay.
good. I'm some of this.
Yeah, I know. I was just going one by one. So the next is, like, the rest of your paragraph is a single sentence, so you can already tell that it's probably going to be a run-on. So you can start reading through it. Because it helps you grow and mature, as you have others that are trustworthy and wiser than you to offer you wisdom and to advise you to take the steps in your life that are important in growing and maturing. So I don't really see. Oh, you're answering why. Okay, why? Because it helps you. Okay. Let's see. You try this stuff a lot in here. Let's see.
That's a long sentence. This is
Yeah, I didn't even
kept breaking
notice.
down. Yeah. You have very good points. Try to express, but I think can be expressed
You can go
in
next,
more
like,
clear ways.
why? Because it helps you grow and mature.
Mm.
And then you can make that as like the key statement of your paragraph by just saying because it helps you grow and mature, and then next you'd say,
So then, comma or period?
those that are trustworthy and wiser than you can offer you wisdom and advise you to take the steps in your life that are important in growing and maturing, period. This will help you to develop your life and stay on the path that the Lord has laid out for you.
Yeah. Three
So-
sentences will do the job.
So
And-
then,
Mm-hmm.
because it helps you grow and mature, period?
Yeah. Period. Yes.
Like that? Or just
Those, just like replace as you have others with those. That are trustworthy and wiser than you can or will, however you think, whatever you think is best, not to.
Can offer. Yeah. Starting that sentence. Making
And
sense.
offer
here?
you wisdom and erase to,
and
next to advise.
Oh yeah.
And advise you to take the steps in your life that are important.
Yeah.
You could say in growing and maturity or to your growth and maturity.
I think that can be deleted because the whole thing is grow mature to carry it on. So it's repeating stuff anyway. So just delete that whole thing. In growing and maturing, I don't think it's in there. So. This will help to develop your life. Making sense to you? Yeah. Read it again. I want you to
Actually,
read.
I would
Go ahead.
like take steps in your life that are important. Is like it's. I don't know. I would just take. So you could say, those that are trustworthy and wiser than you can offer you wisdom to advise you to take the steps in your life that help it to stay on the path that the Lord has laid out for you.
That's very good.
Just less
Section to
words.
the-
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Just say that and then delete the next sentence.
Yeah. Help you.
Yeah.
Pierce.
It's cold.
I didn't bring a jacket.
Turn the heat on. Well, that's when you want to be pretty. The price being pretty.
Wait, what?
That's good jokes.
Oh.
Okay. That's good jokes.
Good joke.
What did he say?
It's
I
very
didn't
good jokes.
Greedy?
Try to be pretty. So. The price being pretty is not wear too much.
Fancy clothes that make you cold, basically.
Except when you have a really, really fancy jacket.
Yeah,
I get.
that's a price being stylish. So
There's no price here.
Okay, we gotta get going here because we have to leave pretty soon.
yeah.
So.
Okay, let's move on with the next one. Esther, is that making sense of that one
yeah,
for you?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome to carry. The next one going to be Elijah. Elijah, go ahead. Which was yours?
On council as well.
On Counsel. Okay.
I did not get
You don't get it.
I
Sure.
don't think I shared it with you. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't have your email. Yeah, let me do it.
Oh, I don't think I should have.
What's your email?
Okay, then read together with somebody. Yeah.
Okay. On counsel. From the days of old, counseling has been a way of not only helping those who needed help or guidance, but also a way of higher education. In this essay, I'll be going through the meaning, benefits, and culture behind counseling. I said counseling because before we decided that you actually meant the word counsel instead of counseling.
I think we know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's ignore that for now. So, yeah.
Counsel, otherwise known as advice or wisdom, has been used by some of the most intelligent people of history. Counseling has brought many people to a deeper understanding of true education.
Is that should it be period or still comma there?
Where?
After history.
Oh yes, it should be a period.
So that is going to pay attention to those sentences. Okay, you
Mhm.
coming of age, you need to learn good styling, essay writing. Okay,
Mhm.
so younger ones like just gloss over. Don't worry about it. But you guys need to know better. Making sense to you? So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So change that.
Okay, I need to figure out how
You need to
to.
do
I don't usually use the. Yeah, can you do that? I don't know how to do it on the phone. I usually use my computer.
Okay.
Counseling has brought many people to a deeper understanding of true education and enlightenment. What exactly is counseling or counsel? Counsel itself has been used for multiple purposes, the most common being for helping those.
So I did a comment there. What exactly counseling should follow naturally thinking flow is you're gonna answer that question, am I?
Mhm.
So not rather by describing what it's used for. So to me that's a little bit redundant. Then either you want to ask a question, answer it, or don't ask it. Basically.
Well, I felt like I did answer
You
it.
did the following?
Did I
Okay.
not? Did I not answer that?
In the following.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought I did answer that question from the following description. I did.
Okay, let me.
That's more of
let
a
me think
preference thing
about it.
because people do actually write a question and then answer it sometimes in a full paragraph without giving you a direct answer afterwards.
Well, is this the situation like you said?
Yeah, I think like with the following two, like 4 sentences in the rest of this paragraph, he does try to answer that, but he doesn't give like a direct answer afterwards. People do that sometimes, and I think it's a preference for some. Like, well, I don't really like that, and then some people do.
I see.
And that's kind of like part or somewhat of a rhetorical question. Sometimes questions that aren't even answered.
Let me read this portion for you. Okay, I'll just try to understand what you try to see here. What exactly counsel itself has been used for multiple purposes. The most common being helping people. Oh, making sense. No one making sense.
So you want me to read?
Yeah.
The most common being for helping people who are struggling and or have gone through a recent trauma in life or need or seek wisdom or guidance from someone of a higher intellect. And all the other great benefits many people miss, which leads us to our next topic. Although using counseling for reasons of mental health can be useful, this way of counsel has been so repeatedly used that people only sought counsel when they were in a state of distress. Through this, an idea was created about counsel. An idea that counsel was only needed when something was wrong, and using it for other purpose was regarded as unuseful. People did not know what they were missing.
Okay. I think that should not break in the second paragraph. I might do that for you. I'm
Yeah,
not
I didn't.
sure.
I didn't
Okay.
do that.
Okay. So. Go ahead.
People did not know what they were missing.
Mm.
Remember how I said some of the most intelligent people in history used to counsel? One of those was a man named Confucius. Living in 500 BC, Confucius was a great teacher and counselor, but his counsel was not only that of helping those with mishaps. His counsel taught and represented the true essence of life, the ways to learn how to learn, and how to live with respect, joy, and love. And that is the true essence of counsel. Not merely a way to help those in distress, but to bring those who have a true desire to learn deeper into the understanding of life.
As well said, actually. So.
Now ask yourself, how often do I seek counsel? If so, who do I seek counsel from? And most important, could I counsel? And with that, I conclude this essay. I hope that you can now see the true meaning behind counsel.
I like it. I think the first read, because of the wording certain things, I didn't really grasp the meaning of it. Now I'll give you a score about 9. So.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So you need to improve your grammar, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because sometimes I have to copy and paste between Google Docs and Typora with my writing.
Oh, you do
I think it-
Typora?
I think
Okay.
Even if
I think what it
he
does-
works on our sentences,
I
though,
think what
it might take out things. which
Yeah, no, I'm
obviously-
saying what it does is it adds like double words or double letters or random numbers in it, and I think that's like something happening when I try to copy and paste because I have to do that
You need to double
sometimes.
check when like, you
There,
read it all.
there are different ways to do copy in that thing. I don't like copy over. I struggle with that as well. So
Yeah.
Well, comments. I guess we can't really do a lot of comments, so gonna concentrate on two persons. So comments. Noah, first you.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it our
Uh-huh.
signature pretty good stamp.
Oh, pretty good step.
what we all say.
Okay. Any thoughts?
I really like it. I don't really know what to say. I don't really do think the wording is good in the way you pronounce stuff. Well, not pronounce. I don't know what to say.
Express stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, express stuff. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Good job.
Good job. Yeah.
The only thing is,
That's
it's just
it?
one little thing. It probably is just me, but you said,
Mhm.
remember how I said some of the most intelligent people in history use counsel? I was like, no, I don't. When did you say
I did that the first
He
time.
did in the beginning. He
Wait,
did in the
I
beginning.
did though.
You did say
Yeah.
that.
Wait,
Used
I-
by the some of the
in
most
sec-
intelligent people in
In
history.
second paragraph said in the last
That's your problem.
I
the
know, that's
most
what I
common
said.
being helping people. I don't know. So.
I'm just saying.
That's why I had to
Let's see.
remind you because I knew you would forget.
Yeah.
The most common being for helping people who are struggling and have gone through recent trauma in life and seek need. And then you said,
Noah,
Good point.
look.
Well, I think Noah's saying.
no, look,
Let's-
I see where you made the mistake
Yeah.
here, actually.
Listen.
The most common being for helping people who are struggling and have gone through a recent trauma in life and need or seek wisdom or guidance from someone of higher intellect, right? That's what you're alluding to. But listen, you say, remember how I said some of the most intelligent people in history used counsel? So that is implying that the intelligent people actually sought counsel themselves. So it's just a wording issue.
Mm-hmm.
No, yes, wording issue.
Gave counsel.
Yeah.
So you fix all that.
You might want to improve on the flow of information there because you it's not a long essay. You have to remind people in the middle of it. That's a little bit problematic.
Yeah.
Making sense here? You
Yeah.
know, it can be one paragraph. You know, one cluster of thoughts continuous. So reorganize it. So that's the point. Is grammar and organization, like a paragraphing those things, flow of thoughts, can be improved. So. Okay, last person. Who is the last person?
That person.
The person who had very good typography on this one. I like it. Good job. Yeah.
Did you send yours to me?
Here, no, sorry. I can't. It's fine. You can put it on here.
You might want to
Times New Roman?
share your contact information, like a phone,
Is that what that
email
is?
address with everybody, so that make sure they got it. So.
That's not Times New Roman?
Okay, hurry up.
On counsel. Why do we come to others for counsel? Is it just for our issues and problems? Counseling is done in many ways. Most people come for counseling for the deep issues. But with true discernment and longing, we should also go to others for counseling for our direction and meaning in life. In life, counseling is needed even when we're not going through hard times. Though it is still important to go to others for our problems, we also need in our hearts to be in a place of being taught, even when we are not in crisis.
That's a very good one.
At a
Being
young age,
taught. That's a
may-
biblical.
At a young age, it may seem easy to do things on our own or independently,
Mm-hmm.
but God put particular people in our life for a reason. We need enlightenment and guidance from others in our lives, and not to lean on our own understanding and desires. God wants us to be led and guided in His truth, and having others there to instruct and lead us is surely a gift from Him. So take time to hear and love the ones who have counsel on our life, for God truly blesses those who want to hear His voice.
So to whom in our life we do.
I know, but I think I.
I changed that for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So to whom in our life do we go for counsel? Most of us have parents who love and care for us, lead and advise us in life. They teach us what is important in life. I probably shouldn't take that. And guide us in what they think is right in the ways of God. That also got changed.
I changed that for you.
Also, getting direction from those who have experience in life, who have been through what we may be going through, and who have more wisdom and insight in life. That probably needs to be worked on. Going to our elders for wisdom and insight is very important to come into practice as well. Those apart from the family who still love and care for us, but have a part to play in our leading, and those who can give warning and advice for our well-being. Our desire should be to be willing to go and seek the right path of a godly life. We should desire to go to our parents for life decisions and take to heart what our elders teach us for our good. Never take for granted who God has placed in our life for counsel, for our future is held up by the wisdom that we apply.
Wow. That's really impressive now. Like I'm changing your score now.
I need to work on.
You definitely improve on your grammar tremendously, right? So, yeah. Because the first time I remember there's a lot of difficult grammars for me.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
No. And just did a good job in improving. So now you got 9 as well.
We all got.
You got 9. Everybody got 9. I'm telling you, you guys doing a good job these days.